In this video, we're going to get inside Double Gold's head for the details on this submission from the open guard. Hey everybody, Matt McDonald, Balanced Jiu-Jitsu. I'm here today with Logan Double Gold, and we're going to be getting inside of his head on a submission that he's achieved at very high percentage in competitions. So if you're new here, hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell.
Okay, so as my partner approaches, I'm going to start to engage in the hand fight. I'm using the hand fight to create an opportunity for me to make my grips so I can control his posture. Once I make my grips, I'm going to start to pull into my guard. As I come here, he's going to have to take a couple steps so that he doesn't come out of base. The next thing he's going to do is he's probably going to start to try and strip my grip that's on his collar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my right foot that's in his hip and I'm going to put it in his bicep. Then I'm going to start to stretch him out using my foot in his bicep and my hand that's gripping his sleeve. Once I get here, this is going to create an opportunity for me to shoot up to attack my triangle. So I'm going to pop my hips, I'm going to bring them up into his armpit, and then I'm going to bring my foot that's on his bicep over the back of his head, and then start to lock up my triangle here. When I still have my hips up in the air, this is a good time for me to start to pop and bring his arm over to the other side so that it make it easier for me to finish my triangle. Then I can start to drop my knees into my chest and finish the triangle. Okay, so let's take a look at it from another angle. So he's approaching, I'm engaging in the hand fight, using it to create an opportunity to make my grip so I can control his posture. I'm going to start to slip into my guard, making him step forward so that he doesn't come off of balance. Then he's going to start to try and strip the grip that I have on his collar. So I bring my right foot from his hip and I put it in his bicep. And then I'm using that and my sleeve grip to stretch him out. Once I get him stretched out, I'm going to chase my hips up into his armpit. And then I can start to attack my triangle. So my foot that's in his biceps is going to come over the back of his head. And then I'm going to be making a hard downward pressure to break his posture here. And then I can start to look to lock up my triangle here. One thing I mentioned, as I have him up still, I want to try and get his arm over here because it's easier than if I have him broken down to try and bring the arm over. Then I'm going to start to suck my knees to my chest. I can angle my body to create more pressure on his neck. And then I'm looking to finish the triangle. Okay, so I'm going to give you a head-on view so you can see some more details on finishing the triangle. So my opponent starts to approach. I'm engaging in the hand fight to make my grips, breaking his posture, starting to pull into my guard. He's going to start to look to break my grip. I'm taking my right foot that's on his hip and I'm bringing it into his bicep, using my left hand on his sleeve to start to stretch him out. And now here I'm going to start to attack my triangle. So I'm going to chase my hips up into his armpit. And then with my foot that's in his bicep, I'm bringing it over his head. And I'm using this to start to break his posture. Once I break his posture with my leg, I can let go of my grip because it'll be really hard for him to start to posture up after I get my leg there. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start to pop my hips and bring his arm over to the other side. I want to create this internal rotation on his arm so that it makes it easier for me to get the choke in the end. I also want to do this while my hips are up because it's easier for me to pass the arm over rather than when I have him all compressed in. The next thing I'm going to do is I like to start to angle myself here before I set up my triangle. And if you find that you're maybe creating too much space and they have an opportunity to get out here, I usually take my left hand and I'm gripping onto my ankle here so that he can't posture out of this. Then I'm going to be taking my left foot that's on his hip and I'm crossing it over my other foot here to get into the triangle choke. Then when I'm here, there's two ways that you can help to finish this. You can either start to pull on the head to help get the finish, or you can keep angling yourself by reaching under the leg and almost turning parallel to your opponent and getting the triangle choke here. All right, so now you got the details. I'm going to show you it one more time in real time.
right, if you picked up any details on that, hit that like button, share, comment, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for coming, everybody.